my booktube. It's Gina, and I was having a little bit of a hard day today, so I thought I would sit down and do another tag, because what cheers people up more than a tag? I'm also wearing my cozy sweatshirt today, so this is just gonna be a chatty tag to talk about my favorite thing, books. I was tagged by Jess Bookgirl TV to do the physical books versus ebooks tag. And she tagged me a while ago, and I love the tag, and I've been wanting to do it. It just kind of dropped off my radar. And yesterday when I was doing the tag about tags, I remembered that I had this fun tag that I hadn't done. So Jess, Bookgirl TV, will be linked below. She's a super sweet booktuber. She cares a lot about her books and a lot about her community, and she just seems like a very nice person. So check out her channel. So this is the physical books versus ebooks tag. Question number 1, do you prefer a physical book or an ebook? Now, yes, that's my answer. I prefer both. So if you've watched my channel at all, you know I love my Kindle, and I am going to refer to this as a Kindle because that is what I own, but just pretend every time I say Kindle, I am saying e-reader, because that is what it is. I've also had a iPad mini in the past that I read on, but the Kindle Paperwhite really is my favorite e-reader. And I did a whole video on this, on why I love this Kindle so much, and it's delightful. So I really like physical books, and I really like ebooks. I read both. I love both. I think there is a place for both. I generally read my Kindle when I am in bed, and I like to have the backlight and read something relaxing and cozy. And then I will read a physical book when I'm sitting outside on my deck or sitting on my couch with a cup of tea reading. I like both. I love the look of books. I like the comfort of books around me, even if I am reading an ebook. A lot of times I buy a paper book, and then when I want to read it, I actually will try and get it either for cheap on my Kindle or from the library. Because I do like the reading experience of a Kindle. Seems I read a little bit faster, it's comfortable, it's easy to hold, so I do love my Kindle, but I love my paper books too. So that is just a yes to both. Question number 2, what was the first physical book you bought, and what was the first ebook you bought? I cannot remember the first physical book I bought. I'm sure I've been buying books ever since I had money, and I have no memory or recollection of that. But the first ebook that I bought, I do. So this was kind of fun, actually. This reminded me that I could look up my list of ebooks in my Kindle library. So I did that, and I sorted it from acquired date oldest to newest, and I see that on December 25th, 2010, I purchased 3 ebooks from Amazon. That must have also been the Christmas that I received my first Kindle from my sister. I don't know how I survived without it for that long. Was 2010 the first year the Kindle came out, or close to it? It wouldn't have been the very first year. I forgot to look that up. That would have been interesting too. But I definitely didn't have the Kindle from the very, very beginning, but I got it December 25th, 2010, which is fun. And this is kind of funny. The 3 books that I got on December 25th were War and Peace, which I have not read, The Works of Horace, which I have also not read, and The Good Thief's Guide to Vegas, a Mystery by Chris Ewan, which I have read. Clearly, I have quite lowbrow reading taste, but I did, I can't do a video and not show you a beautiful copy of a book. So I do also have a paper copy in this little box set of War and Peace. This is a translation by Rosemary Edmonds. And look at this. Isn't this a fun old copy? I don't think anybody's ever like taken these out of the box. They still look practically brand new on the front, and they're just gorgeous. So I've got to show you at least one book. But I think it's really funny that the first two books I bought were War and Peace and the Works of Horace. They were probably free, and I thought I would download them, but I have not read them yet. I still want to. They're still on my TBR. So it's actually really fun to go through and look at the books that I bought that first week. I bought the next day, December 26th, I bought the Hunger Games Trilogy, which I have also not read. Must have been popular at that time. I didn't read it. So that was kind of fun to look back at my old Kindle purchases and see what my first Kindle books were. Question number 3, do you take your physical books or ebooks everywhere you go and read? And yes, I of course I do. I have not been going anywhere recently, but I always take my Kindle with me. It fits perfectly in my little fanny pack. I have a fanny pack. Don't judge. But I do always take my Kindle with me. I haven't been out really anywhere other than the grocery store in a year, so it's pretty slim pickings these days. But my spouse and I we used to go sit at a lounge or a bar someplace and order appetizers and sit and read. And I do like my Kindle. However, I don't know, sometimes I do also like, when I'm reading out in public, I like to read a physical copy. I think this is just something emotional in my head. I like people to, I don't know, this is going to sound really weird to say, but I like people to know that I'm reading and not just looking at a computer screen. So sometimes when I'm out in public, I prefer a paper book so that, is that snobby to say? So that people know I'm reading and not staring at my computer. So I think that's kind of funny too. Question number 4, when you were done reading for the day, where do you keep your books or ebooks? Do you keep them on your bookshelf or on a nightstand? So I have piles of books all over the place. I usually have my Kindle on my nightstand because that's generally where I read it. So I will leave it sitting there. And then I've got a downstairs book that is sitting on my side table by the couch that I'm reading, which right now I've got the Overstory over there, which I'm reading for the BookTube spin. And so I kind of have different books in different places. Question number 5, where do you get your ebooks or physical books? Do you buy them at a bookstore, online, or rent them from the library? And this is another all of the above. I buy them at bookstores. I love used bookstores. I love new bookstores. I've mentioned my favorite bookstore here in the Pacific Northwest is Third Place Books. It's a new bookstore, but it's also got used books interspersed within the did I say used books, mixed in with the new books. So it's really fun because you can find some little treasures, and they've got some collectible books. I love half price books, which is all used books. I love thrift stores. I love to buy my books pretty much everywhere. I also like to pay full price for some new books. I just bought, oh dang nabbit, where did I put her? Well, I just bought the new Stacey Abrams suspense mystery. I paid full price for that because I want to support the author. So there's certain authors that I do like to buy their books when they first come out, because I like to support the author, and so I don't necessarily feel like I need to get it on sale. I want to pay full price to say yes, I'm supporting you. So I do pay full price for books. It's even better when I do that at Third Place Books, because then in addition to supporting authors that I enjoy. I'm also supporting the bookstore, but I will buy books at Barnes and Noble. I also buy them online, so I do use Amazon. Obviously, for my ebooks, I do sometimes buy paper books from Amazon, and I've bought books from Books Depository because I like the UK covers. So I've bought lots of online books now that I can get mail at my house, which is wonderful. And I get a lot of books from the library. So I'm a heavy user of the library. I have a long list of ebooks that I've got on hold. We've got a fantastic library system here with a lot of new releases. I pop myself on the list, and the library ebooks have really sustained me over the pandemic. Just was fantastic to have a constant source of available books on my Kindle during that time period. So that is the physical books versus ebooks tag. I'm super excited to do it. I hope you enjoy it, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.